Spark Books here. Today, I'm going to explain the book, Power Relationships, by Sobel and Jerold Panas. Take care, enjoy the book, and have a nice day. Power Relationships, 2013, takes a thorough look at the kind of transformative relationships that can come to define a career. These are the professional partnerships that enrich people's lives and drive them to heights that may not have otherwise been possible. The authors show us how to establish, nurture and reap the rewards of power relationships. With this knowledge, you'll attract more clients and sustain these connections for a lifetime of rewarding work. Key idea number 1. Great talks and asking create power relationships. If you've ever watched an awards event, you may have wondered who you'd thank on stage. Successful people typically have 12 to 15 key relationships throughout their professions. This is power. How are they made? First, have good dialogues. Bill Jenkins knows the power of conversation. He gave PowerPoint presentations as a financial counselor. One of Jenkins' client's assistants told him that her boss appreciated informal conversations with Jenkins. She informed Jenkins that his competitors were aggressively wooing his customer and that he should have fewer slides and more substantive dialogues. He took the advice and started having more lunch and coffee chats, and he began to understand this client's ambitions and dreams. 2 years later, this client is Jenkins' greatest revenue provider. Always ask questions before building power relationships. One of the authors formerly helped plan the Alliance, Ohio Chamber of Commerce convention. He tried to book J.C. Penney as a guest speaker to increase the event's popularity. He contacted the J.C. Penney management for help, but he refused. The author called Mr. Penney and told him he appreciated his memoirs. He said the town would be honored to have him speak. Mr. Penney accepted the offer and became his mentor and lifetime friend after that deep chat. Key idea number 2. Build a tiny network of like-minded people before you need it. Others are pleased with a limited set of faithful friends. Focus on quality when creating power relationships. By building a diversified network early on, you'll set yourself up for personal growth and incredible future prospects. Small, devoted network is better than hundreds of contacts. Imagine your personal network as 12 to 15 apostles dedicated to helping each other succeed and supporting each other's ideas. This network should include collaborators, donors, advisors, and anyone eager to help. Better to develop this network now than later. A great relationship could benefit off later. This happened to Brooklyn bailiff Petrie Hawkins Bird. He befriended Judge Judy Sheindlin around that period. Years later, Bird discovered an amazing chance in Los Angeles as the bailiff for Sheindlin's Judge Judy. This doesn't mean you should base your decision on a person's power or achievement. Instead of focusing on their perspective, interact with people you like who share your interests and values. It's rare for later in life success stories to include newcomers. Before someone's success, you're more likely to benefit from a power relationship. Make sure your network includes people with diverse opinions and traits than you. Compare Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Wozniak was a technical wizard who felt comfortable around engineers, whereas Jobs was a charming marketer. They were very different, but they developed Apple together. By building a diversified network early on, you'll set yourself up for personal growth and incredible future prospects. Key idea number 3. Believe in others and assist them achieve their goals to strengthen relationships. People frequently think on what they can gain from networking. Power relationships are all about giving. Give individuals your confidence and steadfast belief to build power relationships. Walter Red Smith's homeroom teacher, Miss Adelaide Breckenridge, was one of his most powerful partnerships. Miss Breckenridge believed in Red's writing potential and encouraged him to keep practicing. Miss Breckenridge would check on him and inquire about his English classwork in high school. Even after high school, Red never forgot her support. When he won the Pulitzer Prize in 1976, Miss Breckenridge told him, "I told you so." Helping someone achieve their goals boosts power relationships. Richard Major has 25 years of expertise helping clients, and he's typically ranked first in his firm's revenue. Richard took out a list of his top clients and their goals when asked about his success. He said he lived to help others achieve their goals. Kindness and selflessness form deep friendships. Small acts like holding a door open or checking on a coworker can strengthen a friendship. If you want to build effective relationships, offer support and learn about the other person's personal and professional goals, priorities, and requirements. Generosity usually pays off. Key idea number 4. Strong partnerships require integrity and sensitivity. There's no shortcut to power relationships. These bonds need a solid base and can't be rushed. As CFO, he made sure they never worked with that bank again. Sal visited one of the author's workplaces one day. He adored their books and asked them to start working together immediately, but not the author. Sal was offered a business proposal like any other potential new client. Sal didn't answer since he couldn't cut corners. Power relationships involve time and attention on both sides to build mutual respect. Then you'll see results. Integrity is another power rule. This involves maintaining honesty, consistency, and reliability. C. Arnholt Smith gave $5 million to one of the writer's San Diego projects. Shortly after, Smith was busted for fraud, and one of the project directors understood they had to return the money immediately. The author first thought of a loophole to keep the money. In the end, he realized that the organization's integrity was more significant, as it was crucial to maintain team members feeling good about their funds. They proved they could succeed without filthy money. Empathy is crucial to power interactions. The authors tell an account of a CEO who hired an investment bank to analyze his company to illustrate this guideline. The CEO had a team prepare the evaluation around the clock. The bank's boss entered the room and ate an employee's sandwich without any respect or empathy for the team's work. As CFO, he made sure they never worked with that bank again. Key idea number 5, trust and change may deepen relationships. Once you've established power, you may build trust. You must give trust to gain it. Without trust, relationships will disintegrate. When a customer at a New York steakhouse forgot his wallet and went to pay his bill, the owners weren't having it. He volunteered to leave his iPhone while he got his wallet, but the owners arrested him. Different trust. One of the authors forgot his wallet in his hotel room while dining in Paris. Instead of generating an uncomfortable spectacle, the waiter contacted the hotel. Untrustworthiness hurts everyone. It insults the company and makes the customer feel guilty. When you trust your clients, you can form lifelong relationships with loyal, appreciative customers. Another criterion for power relationships is to avoid things from growing boring by regularly mixing up the routine. We also find this in romantic relationships, as studies demonstrate how couples who often modify their date night rituals tend to feel more intimate and intimately connected than couples who do the same thing every time. With that in mind, try making time together with your business partners and potential clients memorable. The next time you're scheduling a meeting with a client, don't just settle for the same old place. Instead, think of a new environment where you and your client can create a unique experience. Key idea number 6, focus on the right questions rather than having all the answers, and remember that awkward beginnings can be overcome. As the saying goes, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So naturally, meeting someone for the first time can be stressful. When you're about to sit down for an interview, you're probably hoping that you'll present yourself in a good light and have the right answers. However, it can often look better to have the right questions. It's also good to ask questions that show you're interested in what the other person thinks. When a CEO was giving a Q&A at a big industry conference, it wasn't the questions about stats, figures and business decisions that interested him. What delighted the CEO was when he was asked more personal questions, like what he was most looking forward to in the years ahead. When one of the authors asked him this question, he not only became visibly energized in talking about an upcoming project, he thanked the author afterwards and told him to get in touch. If your meeting gets off to a rocky start, don't panic. You can usually make a good impression by bringing up a shared interest, since having commonalities is always helpful in building strong relationships. The president of Yale University, A. Bartlett Giamatti, found himself in a tough spot when he was meeting with Faye Vincent, a wealthy alum from whom Giamatti was hoping to get a donation. When the meeting started, it was clear that Giamatti had done his homework and was well prepared, but this didn't impress Vincent, who even said he had no interest in helping the Yale Law School. Giamatti came clean and admitted that he'd studied the file on Vincent, but then took a different route by mentioning that Vincent's father actually went to Yale at the same time as Giamatti's father, and maybe he'd like to make the donation in his father's name? This bit of shared history got Vincent much more interested, and he became even more delighted when Giamatti got them talking about their mutual love for baseball. In fact, these shared interests laid the groundwork for a mutually beneficial friendship that would persist for years. So don't dismiss a relationship if things get off to a rocky start. There's always a chance that a bad first impression can lead to a life-changing relationship once you find that common connection that's just waiting to be discovered. Key idea number 7, earn new clients by treating them like current clients, and keep clients by contributing to their profit and growth. It's highly competitive out there, so everyone is looking for new ways to gain an edge in keeping their current clients and gaining new ones. That's why treating potential clients as though they're already a valued part of your team is essential. Even if someone hasn't officially signed on to be your client, that doesn't mean you can't start treating them as if they have. This includes meeting them for lunches, sharing ideas and inviting them to events where they can benefit from meeting other people in your network. These are all things that Mary Ellen Rogers does as the Corporate Responsibility Officer for the professional services company Deloitte. For one prospective client, Mary spent 5 years nurturing a relationship without ever once mentioning the benefits Deloitte could offer. This strategy, of treating everyone as though they're already a valued client, has proven to be so successful at bringing in new contracts that she's single-handedly tripled the company's revenue. This is just one reason why she's been recognized among America's most important women. As for your current clients, these relationships can be reinforced by matching your efforts with their aspirations. When your clients can clearly see that your work is focused on helping them reach their specific aims for growth and profit, your relationship is sure to become more meaningful. Some organizations will advertise to their clients that they're utilizing innovative technology methods to invest their money, but this doesn't tell the client that their personal interests are being looked after. Instead of treating all clients the same, explain how you'll improve their business and bring them where they want to be. Ellen, a partner at a prominent accounting firm, insists on having at least 2 lunches a month with the CFO or SVP after completing an audit. This is rare for a regular audit, but it improves the relationship because she learns the client's priorities and aspirations. The client can see that Ellen is more interested in helping them flourish than completing another audit. Ellen delivers insight that clients can't always perceive, therefore she's regularly engaged for extra labor. When you help others grow, they'll want you around forever. To view more content like this, subscribe. Don't forget to like and turn on notifications. The channel really benefits from it. I appreciate you being here.